welcome to This Week in Wrestling. I'm Jennifer from Cultaholic, and joining me today is Jack and Ross.
Hello. The woman with the expressive head. Face.
I was like, yeah, face.
Yeah.
Get it right. You kind of didn't coin it, but still.
No, I didn't. It's Dave Meltzer.
This is true.
I'm learning from the best.
You pushed it though.
Aye.
He's not the worst wrestling journalist out there, according to Corey Graves, though, is he?
Oh no, that's David Bixenspan.
God,
a cancer to wrestling.
At the time of recording, Corey Graves had a bit of an interesting night on Twitter.
Oh, I'm like saw
Every
something.
so often he goes into a little bit of a meltdown, does Corey.
Yeah, it's been a wee couple of months.
CM
though,
Punk, I
since
still
the
love
Punk,
you. What was that?
Phil, I love you.
Yeah.
And all this.
Phil,
Call me back. Yeah.
Oh bless. No,
Yeah.
he was saying a lot of that stuff, but bless him.
Go on, build him up though. Come on, yeah.
You're like, we don't campaign bullying here. That's not okay.
No, we're doing campaign for bullying.
No. Anyway, moving on. We'll go to February 11th, 1996. And it's WCW SUPERBRAWL 6. And this is notable because this is when Brian Pillman would leave for ECW. Now, I didn't really know much about this. I obviously knew...
He's a genius.
Well, I knew that why this was like kind of well known because he obviously breaks kayfabe and refers to Kevin Sullivan as the Booker Man and all this. I knew about that, but I didn't actually realise there was a whole big backstory about they wanted him to go to ECW to win the championship to kind of come back. Like, that was interesting.
Well, I mean, as Ross said, he was kind of working. Was it Bischoff that he had? Did he pull his pants down?
I think with Bischoff was the guy dealing
Just
with all
generally
the contracts.
WCW, yeah.
So he played WCW off ECW off WWF, and then it's a really complicated thing that I should have researched before coming in here.
Oh, sorry.
But,
I just was reading it and I was
he
like,
played
what?
them all off each other and got a lot more money than he had before. Essentially, that's the bare bones.
He
of it.
basically convinced WCW to let him do a storyline where he'd shoot on them and be released from his contract, but somehow managed to get them to actually release him from his contract to make it extra kayfabe. He was like, "Oh, we can work everyone if you actually do release me as well." And then they released him, and he was like, "Right, see you later, I'm off." Yeah.
And then
That's bizarre.
he went to ECW and got his willy out in the ring, and he wrestled a big pencil for the Booger Man thing. What?
But, yeah. Hi, that was what happened. It was an I respect you strap match that was over in 59 seconds. Which was, interesting. That was the second one of the night as well. There was another I respect you match, between Arn Anderson and Kevin Sullivan. So there you go.
Oh yeah. Oh, hang on. Is that a mistake?
No. There was two. I was like that. What on earth? This seems like the weirdest pay-per-view.
Oh wow.
It's kind of strange. But yeah, that is kind of probably the most notable thing for it.
I like Pillman. From everything I've seen of him, I think it was a sad career cut show because he was really, really good.
Yeah, no, he was like amazing. Like, and everybody speaks so highly of him, like workers and stuff. Like, I'll just say
He wasn't even human, was he? Because he had so many things wrong with him growing up. Like he somehow grew up to be a big strapping fella in wrestling when he should never have been. Not even human.
Eat your greens.
And he wrestled
take
a
your
pencil.
vitamins.
Have you seen the wrestling the pencil
No,
thing?
I'm not.
He's in the living room and he's wrestling a big pencil.
I'm sure you've told me about it, or
Oh, it's
somebody's told me
amazing.
about it
Fantastic segment.
before. Well, we'll all go and check that out, shall we?
Yep.
We'll stay with February the 11th, and it's 2010. And this was like during a conference call, an investor conference call, where Vince McMahon would announce that they were going to patch Survivor Series.
Wait, patch it.
Patch it.
Is that get rid of it?
Yeah, patch.
Pie it.
Yeah,
Oh, right,
yeah, patch that.
Can it?
Can it? Yeah. Just abandon it.
Put it in the rubbish bin. I don't know what to say.
But yeah, so...
Scrap it.
What is that? Scrapped it.
Scrapped it, yeah.
Scrapped it. But
Anymore.
no, that didn't go ahead at all. So yeah, basically, this was because... Right, so it was bad ratings or bad buy rates that they were planning on doing it, and he basically said that it was a dated concept. Is that right? And he was going to get rid of it, but...
He's weird, isn't he, Vince McMahon, when it comes to old things? Because, like...
What do you mean?
He thrives on nostalgia. Like, look at the last year, especially. Where would his company be without nostalgia? There'd be a few pennies worse off, I think.
100%.
Without the Saudi Arabia money and whatnot. But then you see the WrestleMania kickoff it all kicked off a few years ago because he hated old things. You couldn't call it WrestleMania 32 anymore. Had to be WrestleMania
Play button
sign and stuff like that. He's weird, isn't he?
Is that carried on, or do they now say
No, it's now numbers
WrestleMania
again,
34? He used to change between Roman numerals and figures a lot because he said it made it seem old. I think that was the reason.
What, the Roman numerals would make it seem old?
To be honest, by this point, when a number gets big enough, I think it's now time to start just using the numbers rather than the Roman numerals.
Oh yeah, well, I couldn't tell you. Like
I've learned them
I've learned them from WrestleMania.
Oh, really? I know that Visa 5. And then
Yeah.
if there's like one before it, that you take that away.
The weird thing, yes, because 9 is IX and 11 is XI, and it's
Yeah, and then because X is 10, but then see when it starts getting to like more than like 3. No, not like not
the ones that are just 3 lines.
I mean more than like I don't know 3 X's.
So 30.
These. No, it's not 30. Okay.
XXX is 30.
What would 300 be?
I don't know.
There's a certain number for, I think maybe C is 100 for like Centurion.
CCC.
I don't know.
The Alberto Del Rio
I
event.
would completely invest
I
in
might
that
have made that
theory.
up, but maybe, yeah.
I would believe that.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's make that happen.
Right.
I can't wait till WrestleMania C.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Will you still be alive? I won't be alive.
We'll all be dead.
Will we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be dead.
We'll see 50. 50 will be huge. Let's all get it on in the retirement home.
Oh, that's made me so sad now. Anyway, this did not go ahead, as we all know.
I can't wait for those days, like when we're all in the Cultaholic retirement home, live streaming 24/7.
Would we?
Yeah. That's coming.
I don't
Coming summer 2079.
anyone would want to see that.
Hey, if Sky News can do it, we can.
Legends House, Cultaholic. Survivor Series.
Survivor
Do you
Series.
like the concept of Survivor Series?
I do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's still, like, I don't see it as one of, like, the big 4,
What?
like, anymore. Like,
Why?
I don't know. To be honest, like, I just don't see it as, like, that huge. I like, enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I don't see it as, like, it's not a Rumble, it's not a Mania, it's
Yeah.
not a SummerSlam.
Not a Money in the Bank, that's for sure.
I love Money in the Bank. I, like, love Money in the Bank. I don't care. But, yeah, no, it's just, I don't know.
I don't want it to get.
I don't want to
get rid of
end.
it.
No,
No.
definitely don't.
Well,
want
he came
to
back because people kicked off, didn't they?
Yeah.
The
Is that why he came
proposed
back?
plans, yeah.
But
I
then
read
it's been
that somewhere
so
before.
gone from strength to strength. It says here that it was just one of 2 pay-per-views to have a year-to-year increase in buys over 2009, and the other being Royal Rumble, which is clear, but
I do kind of wish, but I'm not the only person in the office to have said this, that if they just got rid of the SmackDown versus Raw stuff, maybe there'd be a bit. Maybe there'd be a bit more. They'd have more freedom because the past couple of years have been affected by that.
the fact that the brand split.
And Shane McMahon just
Under
dominant.
siege. Hashtag under siege. That's what you do when you're going round someone's house, isn't it? I'm going to steal your lawnmower. Hashtag under siege. I hated that, mate.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think they should do more where storylines get played out over Twitter as well.
Yeah.
That was good.
Absolutely.
But
I thought
just
it was-
the hashtag was
It's just them all turning up. We're here to invade and take over. Under siege. Go away.
Oh dear.
But then, if we do lose that, we'll lose the only time of the year where everyone's SmackDown superstars go head to head.
Oh,
Go on.
No, but I like that. I do quite like it when the brands go against each other.
Yeah, I
and-
do as well.
I always support
fine.
SmackDown. I'm always like, go on, SmackDown.
Yeah, I kind of lean towards SmackDown
Yeah,
as
the
well.
underdogs, yeah.
Yeah.
They got absolutely battered last year.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway, let's move on. It's February the 12th and it's 1985 and this was a huge debut of Jimmy Hart. This is amazing. One of the most famous managers in wrestling. And yeah, this was his WWF debut. At TV taping, and he was representing Greg the Hammer Valentine and Jim the Anvil Neidhart as well. But the match that was on was Greg the Hammer Valentine against the Junkyard Dog. And Greg Hammer Valentine was Intercontinental Champ at the time, so that's like a huge thing.
That always confused me, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Why?
Just the hair and the physique didn't match, did it?
But he was like,
Kind can't really think, to be honest.
Quite easily detestable, though.
Yeah.
Oh, don't want Greg to win.
I do want to win now, though, after that picture surfaced a couple of years ago where him
What picture?
and Brutus the Barber Beefcake, they're all shirtless in their
Oh,
armchairs.
their armchairs.
Baked.
Baked.
They are, definitely. There's little paraphernalia on the side table there.
Oh.
Brutus's nipples are pierced, I believe.
That
As
was
well.
it.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, good times. But yeah, Jimmy Hart.
But he's meant to be in the Hall of Fame now.
Jimmy
Again,
Hart.
Jimmy Hart, yeah.
Yes.
But this year,
It's
with,
been rumored. Yeah, it's been reported, actually.
it's been reported last week, but it wasn't confirmed on Raw or SmackDown that him and the original Hart Foundation are going in.
Oh, really?
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice.
So maybe they saw some articles and thought, well, we'll just change our minds.
I never really got Jimmy Hart, but I think it was if I was from that era,
Yeah,
I'd
see-
be like, oh, I get it. But managers seem to manage everyone. Every
Yeah.
heel had a manager.
I like that, though, because it's like the football teams trying to sign the
Yeah,
best players.
it
aren't
makes,
they?
Right,
it
that's
makes
right.
sense if it was like kind of like a kind of. I'm trying to think of it like a bracket system, and they did have like a proper like squad and
More like
everything. It makes
agents.
sense. Why would some wrestlers not have managers and some do? Like,
Yeah.
it does make sense. But they were all like managers from that era. I just think we're all they were so large a life. Like, would they work? Would Jimmy Hart work nowadays?
Right.
Yeah,
like-
because he's like Leo Rush, isn't he?
I don't mean to like crap on Jimmy Hart, but out of all those classic era
Please don't, it's his
but out
debut.
of all those classic era managers, he was kind of my least favorite one, apart from like Slick or whatever. But I
But
like
who,
the,
who
like,
would you lean towards more?
like Heenan's the classic
Mhm, yeah.
one. Cornette.
Cornette.
I like Sherry.
yes,
I really like
absolutely.
Sherry, and I just never. I found him irritating, which I guess that's the point, isn't it? You've got to find him irritating
Yeah,
when he's a heel.
Well, that's
He also-
exactly what
he also did the
and he
re-
was good for that.
He also did the Wrestlicious theme tune. Do you remember that?
I do.
Oh my god, yes.
My God.
Wrestlicious.
Good times. You love a wee sing song.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the debut of Jimmy Hart. So, 13th of February.
Oh,
This is a song.
wait a minute, Jen. You've not fallen for it, have you?
Oh.
You right? Go on, carry on.
No, it's just so sad when you think about his wee face back when it was.
When it lost its smile.
Oh, his wee darling.
It was he.
upset.
What was he?
Well, his wee face.
Oh my god. You're like
I'm not even a
you're
Shawn
like
Michaels fan.
You're like my gran. You're like Margaret, right? I was when we were kids, right?
I love Margaret.
I was the good one, and my brother was the naughty one, right? And like we'd always fight and stuff, and I'd always, in hindsight, I'd always be like, no, it's his fault, it's Tom. But she'd always, even if he'd been horrible, she'd always try and stay like fair. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, that's not justice, is it? To be honest, but
My gran did.
It's not justice.
My gran was on my side the entire time. It was fantastic. She was a fan of the heels, you see, me gran. My little brother and my mum on one side, me and me gran on the other, fighting all over the shop. It was amazing times.
Oh, I didn't know my grandparents.
oh,
Tone lowered.
Yeah.
oh.
But yes, this would be when Shawn would lose his smile. So yeah, it was basically when he had to vacate the championship. And yeah, it would lead on to like that big match, that big match between Bret Hart, Vader, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Undertaker.
Jen,
Ah?
do you think that Shawn just faked losing his smile so he didn't have to put Bret over at WrestleMania?
Did you think his knees were okay?
Well,
I think his knees
there's,
were
like,
fine.
There's
I reckon he
I
could
don't
bend
think
his
Shawn
own
would-
knee behind his own head at this stage of his life.
Shawn Michaels is a man, a very noble man.
Now he is.
No.
Not in 1996, 7. He was an arsehole.
But there's no, it's like that. It's just hearsay. It's never come out and said.
What?
He's never come out
Oh, I
and
thought you meant
said.
that he was an arsehole. I was
No.
like, everyone said he was an arsehole.
No,
Right,
no,
okay.
no,
Pure
no.
and simple, that, Jen.
No.
Because you said hearsay.
Yes,
Come
that was
on.
good, that.
Oh, that was such a good
That was
reference. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, it was like it's never been like confirmed.
What, that he wasn't injured?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I think, for kayfabe's sake, let's
For the sake of his
believe.
face.
Like, no, but honestly, his wee face did break my heart. And if that was acting and his knees were golden, then you got me, Shawn.
Hey, you not seen the Marine 6 close quarters or something?
I've watched OSW reviews.
Yes,
review
that's
of
over.
it. Yeah.
They're very impressed by his acting, the OSW
Oh,
boys
really?
are. Aye.
Well, he's what, 1'6". What
The
are we
one
on
with
Her
now?
and Becky.
Becky Lynch.
One
What's
with
the one
Bucky.
that's just out?
Aye.
I've not seen
Big
it.
Why
Bucky.
do they call it Bucky?
I don't know.
It's
I've asked
Bucky.
Richard Tubman doesn't know either.
No.
It just seems to be a thing to do.
Well,
But you should see the stunt double work that Shawn Michaels does, or the stunt double does. It's the director's fault, really, because you can tell it's
That
not.
it's
It's not Shawn Michaels. She's got a
Shut
full
up,
luscious head of brown, dark, deep brown hair, compared to Shawn's sort of,
Slightly.
withering.
Oh no, Dawn. Oh, but he looks great now that he's got rid of it.
Do you think?
It does. It looks like. Is it Francis Rossi from Status Quo?
Yeah,
Looks like him, doesn't he?
he does actually.
Yeah.
He really does.
Aye.
I've never thought about that. Oh, yeah, no, I think he looks great.
I can't picture the members of Status Quo, I'm afraid.
He's
The
the one that was
singer.
on Coronation
Right.
Street
He's the singer.
with Les Battersby.
You know an
Hey,
awful lot of it.
hey, the quote. Well, that was the period of time I watched Coronation Street with my mum
Oh.
of a night time.
Of
Being
a-
a band
of
and
a
whatnot.
nighttime. I love it. But yeah, so that was a very pivotal. I keep
very
saying that.
pivotal
I
moment.
keep saying that. Pivotal moment. And never mind. It's Valentine's Day! Oh, happy
It makes me want to
Valentine's Day.
cartwheel over broken glass, I tell you.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody, including you too. Anyway, Valentine's Day. Where are we going? We are going to WWE, and we're going to The Rock would come back to WWE.
Finally.
The guest host of WrestleMania.
Yeah. So that was the announcement that he was going to be the guest host.
Bit of a letdown, really, wasn't it? People thought it was going to be Bieber.
Did
Get
they?
them? Aye.
Yeah.
There was who else was in the running? It was definitely Bieber was in there. I can't remember who else was at the time.
Justin Bieber was he even about in 2011?
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
my God!
Yeah, yeah,
he
he
stole the
was-
show on X Factor in 2010, my
He
friend.
wasn't on X Factor.
He appeared once.
It's like a guess.
Aye.
Oh, like when they do like the
Yeah,
songs
yeah.
and
Proved
stuff.
he's like the modern day
2011.
Michael Jackson.
He would have still been a bit, you know.
He would have been young.
Yeah, but he started off when
Aye,
he was like
we'd
15,
be like 4 or
14.
5 years into his
Yeah.
pomp, you know. Baby,
Really?
baby,
Yeah.
baby was like 2008.
Yeah.
No, it was
It
not.
bloody was.
it?
I remember being in high school.
Bieber's 1 year young. I think he's the year below me at school, and not in my school.
I was gonna say,
He was
like,
just-
wow.
Yeah, I used to see him in the candy and just that. But so that means that in 2011 he would have been
No, I'm just like,
Like 18.
20. Yes.
you're right.
Yeah,
'cause that
he'd have been,
baby
like,
song
sixth form, yeah.
was out when I worked in H&M. Because it used to get played all the time, and that was a long time ago. That was like 10 odd
I
years
remember being in
ago.
high school.
Jeez.
Baby,
so...
baby, baby came out.
Oh, I feel 10 old now.
I mean, the
Ugh.
girls in my year were confused as to when they were allowed to like say that he was attractive. Because
She's just like,
every year it was like,
maybe one more year.
yeah.
But yeah, definitely not a letdown. That
Oh, how
was-
well. Bieber's a different level of The Rock.
definitely not let down. But yeah, no, this was cool because it was kept like a total secret from like everybody really. And he was like late, had to come up late to the venue. He was like kept in isolation.
The boys were worked as well. Oh.
He caused the power outage as well just before he did his entrance. It's amazing.
Did he?
Aye. The lights just went zzz, zzz.
One thing
I was like, I can't remember.
I like in these documentaries like 24 and stuff is when a wrestler doesn't know that a legend's returning and someone they're a fan of. Like when the Dudleys return, you see Becky going like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Or the footage of the Hardys
The
sneaking
Hardys,
into that
yeah.
WrestleMania. That's really
Oh,
good.
That broke my heart.
Why?
Like, no, like in a good way, because I was just like, it was just they were so buzzing, and then
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh, it's so nice to have you back.
Yeah.
I was just, I mean, I live for that stuff. I like really do.
Wrestling promoters love not telling everyone the whole, even the wrestlers and the people working
the boys.
backstage. Well, working the boy. Like,
Oh, you can't pop the boys.
Can't have the
You
boys.
cannot be a bloody boy popper.
Dixon used to. I mean, the WCPW booker at the time, promoter. He'd like for example, there was a match once, and I assumed that Connors was going to retain the title because I didn't know he'd been signed, and he didn't. Drew McIntyre won that match, or Galloway, and I was like, I was stood next to Dixon. I went, I thought you said
Yeah,
that.
you're like-
I thought Connors was retaining, and he just looked at me and went, just walked away. And he used to do that all the time, and it really annoyed. Like,
Oh.
Ugh.
No, but then did you not get a wee like, oh, that's dead fun.
yeah, I guess yeah. It was like the magic was real again.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And let's face it, that's what it's all about,
yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, well, I wanted the third man in the match to win because it was Joe Hendry, and he's my boys. So it's fine.
I'm quite glad it was Drew.
All right.
No, I love Joe, and I love Joe as well. But like,
I just say you hate him. Go on.
no, I don't.
I haven't seen Joe for ages. It felt like we used to see him all the time.
Because we did used to work with him.
Oh, yeah.
And he would be sat next to us most days of the week. But shout out to Steve Linsky as well, who has left WCPW.
Yeah.
Oh,
Defiant
is
wrestling.
Same thing, isn't it?
Is he actually?
Put an emotional tweet out.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Unless he's
Yeah.
working the boys, being a bit of a boy popper.
He makes his big return.
He would
Come
as
back
well.
as the guest host.
If he was-
Cartwheeling down in the ring.
Yeah.
Bless, I love Linsky. But yeah, this would then go on, and he would end up, The Rock would be back for his feud with John Cena,
He
and
would ruin the main event of WrestleMania 27, wouldn't he?
He did. Yeah. Poor John and
Yeah.
poor The Miz. Yeah. Oh, The Miz got hurt in that match, didn't he? He like got landed
he?
on his head at some point or something. He says he doesn't remember bits of the match. Yeah.
Like
Which is
concussion?
sad because it's like his main event of WrestleMania. He doesn't remember bits of it.
Oh, but you can watch it back on the network.
And his dad can be proud of him now, so that's alright.
Bit of CTE, doesn't matter. Watch it back on the network for $9.99.
Oh, bless. And there's rumours that The Rock will be back.
Oh, sorry. How buzzing were you when Miz and Shane won the tag belts? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Genuinely loved it. Sorry, unpopular opinion, I know, but I was loving life. Anyway, that was The Rock returning. Okay, we're staying with Valentine's Day, and I'm delighted that we are, because this would see the debut, and what a nice debut to debut on Valentine's Day. But of the Big Show, we would see him come to WWF, and it's the St. Valentine's Day Massacre from Memphis,
The
Tennessee.
whoops, we deceived you at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. That's how I'm going to describe this pay-per-view.
Why?
Because they billed Austin versus McMahon, didn't they? And then did it for 5 minutes, and they went away for an hour, and then came back and did 2 minutes. And this was sort of like I don't mean it was always planned to do this. We've always building towards his cage match. But this was like the apology.
Sorry.
Whoops.
My bad.
Yeah.
But is it weird that, like, I honestly remember this so much more for the hardcore match?
Oh, Al Snow and Hardcore Bob.
When they go outside to the river and everything.
Oh.
Did you know? This was on Brucey P's podcast.
What's he saying?
He's you know when obviously Hardcore wins and has to run all the way back into the arena. Al Snow's just outside, tied up still in the freezing cold.
No, he's not.
All the way while Bob's has to go back into the ring and hold up the belt.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Did nobody go and get him?
Must have known.
Oh,
left him there.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I love him.
Why is Al Snow always like the victim of the ribs? It seems Mick Foley loves
He's the
bullying
ultimate
Al Snow.
boy popper.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Al the
He'll
pop.
do anything to pop the boys.
Oh, I love him. I love him. But yeah, that's what I personally remember this this In Your House.
I remember this one for the bump of all bumps, where McMahon shattered his arse and spine.
through the table.
He got about half an inch too. Well, not. Yeah, he should have gone half an inch further. He would have been all right, but he wasn't.
No.
He landed around the corner.
Poor wee thing.
Also, is Big Show
Poor wee thing.
he is a wee
Big
thing.
Vince McMahon.
is Big Show like in kayfabe an idiot? Because he cost McMahon this match. He threw Austin outside the stand.
Yeah,
the
but
cage.
I think it was more just to show that he was like just the big
Yeah.
guy who would like do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
and
a-
obviously set that up. I didn't think of it like that, but now you actually mention it, it's like, yeah,
Well,
why
he-
not?
He's a big klutz, isn't he?
I guess he wouldn't have known that the cage was going to give way.
Yeah, because
I-
that bit like fell off like the door.
Yeah, I always
Panel.
think it looks really fun for Austin. He's like, "What? He's having a bit of a riot. It's good."
You're moving down.
No, I think it looks good. Looks like a bit of a playground. or
Oh
something.
dear. But yeah, that would be the Big Show coming to WWF.
Sorry, it reminds me of when Undertaker came back as the American Badass because he also messed up. It was during an Iron Man match, Triple H and The Rock. And Undertaker came back and just attacked Triple H. And then he got an extra point in the Iron Man match and retained the belt or won it back or something. And The Rock was just like, cheers, right? That's great.
Thanks, mate.
cheers, Mark. Good to see you back.
February the 15th, it's 2004. Oh, and this is so good. This is a great moment. This was when Eddie Guerrero would win the WWE title and becoming the first Latin American born champion since Pedro Morales, which was huge. And he would defeat blooming Brock Lesnar, and he like pinned him, and it took like, so he pinned him. Obviously there were shenanigans and stuff like Goldberg.
You want to say Goldust then,
I
didn't you?
really did nearly say, did you see that? Goldberg went in, caused and had a wee spear, and then Eddie would pin. And I think it's pretty awesome, like, when you see the people who have actually pinned Brock Lesnar, that Eddie's one of them.
Yeah.
Like, because he's the total, like,
And-
wild card for it.
And yes,
Love him.
he cheated, but,
Yeah, but-
Lesnar was also cheating in the match, I'm pretty sure. And Taz on commentary, it annoys me. Because I think the pinfall...
Do you not like Taz?
I kind of like Taz, but I'm scared of him still.
Oh.
But
Oh yeah, sorry.
I don't know if
Still fresh.
I feel like the moment when a new champion gets the belt for the first time, whatever's said on commentary, it's gonna get replayed loads.
Yeah.
You just hear Taz going, Eddie cheated, and I'm just like, well, yeah, he did, but no, it's not time to heal it up now. It's Eddie Guerrero.
I think that's Michael Cole's best ever commentary of that match.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
he's good in it. Yeah.
Just thinking about it there, because he's unbearable, isn't he? Don't you dare say he's not.
Honestly, I don't know why everybody hates him so much.
But if everybody hates him, surely that's got to make you think he might be wrong for liking him.
I don't think I am. He's just doing his job, and he's got someone. That must be the hardest job.
It's got to be hard, yeah, but he does it in a really annoying way, doesn't he?
It doesn't annoy
He's an
me.
arsehole.
It really doesn't annoy me.
He's got a little face, got a punch, didn't he?
No. I just want him to get his wee blonde highlights
Brian
back.
Alvarez said it right, didn't he, last week or the week before? Nobody will miss Michael Cole when he's gone.
Wow.
I will.
Didn't mean dying, he meant like when
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
gone
right.
from.
I was
I'm
like,
sure
oh my-
people miss him when he's dead.
I'll miss him. I'll miss him.
Okay, there's one.
Got me, Michael. There was a pre-show match for Sunday Night Heat, which was Tajiri and Akio and Skoda defeated Billy Kidman, Paul London, and Ultimo Dragon.
So Akio's Jimmy Wang Yang.
I think so.
Ho ho!
We still need to
Big.
get those. We
I
still
know.
need to get
Get
tickets
on
to that
that
party bus. Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty defeated the Basham brothers and Shaniqua.
Shaniqua.
Name Shaniqua Ann.
Whoopa! She gets a whip out, the kinky dominatrix type, you know. You haven't seen that?
You know the type.
Aye. You not seen that promo where they're all stringed up backstage with ball gags and whatnot?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
aye. That's what that gimmick was.
I've not seen that.
Then she used to swear in a... Because they would lose, and then she would go, "How dare you lose when I'm here being Shaniqua?" But she wouldn't say it like that. She'd effing blinded and
Would
get
she?
picked up on camera. Yeah, she was a naughty woman.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
She's a big, muscular woman.
Shaniqua. I
the
remember
type that
Shaniqua, but I
JBL would-
don't.
Masturbate to.
Ross! Oh my goodness.
It's true. I'm not just pulling this out my arse.
I just
I remember this.
don't need to.
There's evidence on the internet.
What else was notable? Oh, Hardcore
Jamie Noble and Nydia
Oh.
in this blindfold match. This match happened, and then soon
I
after,
just remember that.
there was a WrestleMania Revenge Tour, and they did this exact match, and me and my pal called this match a spot ahead as it happened in the arena, and we annoyed everybody around us.
That would
They
be
did
the
the same.
most like.
They did the exact same match step for step, and it was amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but that would be very annoying for everyone else around.
Yes, it would be.
I remember the storyline because Tajiri had misted her, and then Jamie Noble used to like use her to win matches and pretend that she'd been hit by the other guy. And it was weird. It was a bit.
And then she turned out to be fine.
And he went on to win the Ring of Honor World Championship.
I'm blind deck,
Yeah,
she said.
I think Jamie Noble was the guy to win it from Punk when Punk was
Yeah, he
going to
did.
take it to WWE and like.
Was he?
Yeah, I think Jamie Noble-
2005.
But he was called like James Gibson, I think, in Ring of Honor.
I can't even think what you look like.
He was
though.
actually called Jamie San.
Oh
of
yeah,
The Jung Dragons.
DJ Tang Abbott on the decks.
What else did happen?
Oh, that was 3 count. Sorry, DJ Tang Abbott wasn't for the Young Dragons. It was 3 count. Sorry, carry on.
It's okay. Don't
no,
worry.
oh,
I don't know.
embarrassed
Chavo
myself.
Guerrero defeated Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight. Kurt Angle defeated Big Show and John Cena in a triple threat match to earn WWE Championship match at WrestleMania 20.
What?
Just because it's written in the Roman numerals.
Oh,
I was
right.
like that. Oh, look, here we go.
But he
But
wouldn't win it though, because Eddie loosened his boot and tricked him.
Cheeky.
And he
Shake
hugged
it.
an invisible man at the end of the night.
Eddie Guerrero was brilliant. Moving on. 16th, 2010. This would be...
I'm sure we had this a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
didn't
this
we?
is what I was like. I don't really understand this because I feel as if like I'm talking about the end of WWE ECW awful lot recently.
Yeah.
Did we
Like-
have this a few weeks?
Yeah.
Was it a slightly different one? Like the last...
Well, I don't know if maybe like it was was it pre-taped or something? No, did I make that up?
Maybe, no, I don't know.
And then maybe that's what it is.
Well, the rules of this show is we go by air date
Yeah,
and
we
not tape
do.
date.
When we're
Sorry, my bad,
research...
my bad. That was me. But yeah, no, basically this was, we have spoke about it, but this would see the end of WWE ECW to make way for brand new programming NXT.
You're suddenly having a stroke halfway through that.
Did I?
Yeah,
Okay.
brand new programming.
Thanks, mate. But yeah, that would be NXT, the game show, starting.
Oh, the theme tune for that's the best.
What was Vince's quote that we used a few weeks ago? It was like groundbreaking and innovative.
Yeah,
wasn't
groundbreaking
it?
and innovative. And then it
NXT,
was
the
like,
game show.
you've pretty much been doing the same thing
Hmm.
for years. But
Oh,
tough
what,
enough.
tough enough?
Mhm.
Oh, right.
Although, what was the difference? That's like the obstacle course or something.
Live audience.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, no, tough enough. Didn't. It did have sometimes. I was in front of an audience.
Right.
Anyway, NXT came, and now NXT's awesome. That's all we need to know.
Wild and young. It's great.
Your man got referenced on TV recently.
Oh man,
Your man with the NXT initials initially.
did
I
he?
think Nigel,
Shimmer?
Nigel mentioned him. I think it might have been on.
No way, coach. Did
I
he?
don't think he mentioned him by name, but he mentioned that a guy in Scotland had a promotion that had.
That's
just making it
coach.
up. I think it
Coach
was
trip.
NXT
Oh,
UK.
Coach Trip.
Coach trip. Yeah.
With
so
the
he,
mullet.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
No,
I'm,
he's
fa-
not.
I'm familiar with
Oh yeah, he does have a
ICW.
little polo mallet.
Oh right, I think
He's
actual,
like-
actual coach trip.
He was
No.
like,
I'd love to go on
Like,
that.
honestly,
mate.
Polo
one of my
Promotions
favourite
boys,
people.
wasn't he? He was like their manager.
He was their manager.
Or was he DCT's? Oh, he was in
He
Polo
was DCT,
Promotion.
yeah,
right.
yeah, but he managed DCT. But yeah, no, he's one of my favourite people
I
ever.
think Nigel mentioned him.
That's
I might just be talking
awesome.
on my arse.
No, but like that's really cool if he did. Oh, I'm so glad. Anyway, we'll move on to deaths. Right, so sadly on February the... Oh, this is not in chronological order, but on February the 15th, we would lose LOUIE SPICOLLI, who was only 27. Sad,
young.
very, very sad. We would also, on February 16th, sorry, age 79, we would lose George the Animal Steel.
Yeah, that was recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
2
only
years ago.
2 years ago. That's wild, actually. Like, forget that. Like, it was so close. It feels like a lot longer ago. Also on the 17th, on the 16th, in 2006, we would lose Johnny Grunge.
Very
ECW fame.
ECW
I was gonna
flavoured
say,
deaths.
It's not nice. Then on February 17th, 2007, we would lose Mike Awesome. Really,
He's one of my
He's a
earliest.
dog's bollocks him.
Yeah, he's my earliest memories of wrestling. Mike Awesome.
Yeah.
But it was when he was in one of his rubbish gimmicks. But you know.
I wonder why he
sin.
never made it like properly massive. So obviously got the big move to WCW. Now he never like had the big debut where he twatted Nash with a stick, a crutch.
What the stick? I don't know, but very
It's the mullet,
sad
wasn't it? The mullet held him back.
Mullets don't hold anyone back.
They held Mike Awesome back. It's got to be. It's the only reason. He had it all.
Oh dear, it's the party in the back. Anyway, also on the 17th, we would lose Nicole Bass.
She didn't get mentioned as much as you'd think.
Because there was a big old fallout, wasn't there, with the lawsuit and
Yeah, I was like, was there not pure bad?
Yeah.
Didn't end
Right,
nicely.
it went on for years,
at
didn't
all.
it?
Yeah, it was a shame.
Forget what it's about though. I just think about Kenny whenever I see her name though.
Why?
Oh no, don't. Oh
Why?
no.
Kenny's a big fan, isn't he?
Oh right. Oh right. Okay, that's alright then.
What are you going
Why-
on?
why
One
would
of
you?
Kenny's Would You Rather games from back at What Culture when he was doing.
He plays that with us all
I've
the
got to
time.
be honest, I don't have those on the top of my head when I think of
Oh, that's alright. I just remember one involving Nicole Bass, I think, and I was like, that's terrible of Kenny. But it was. I think
he friended her on Facebook.
it was before she died when we did this. By the way, I should
I
point
was,
out. Yeah.
well, yeah, she only
Yeah.
died a couple of years
Yeah.
ago, so like, but
Yeah.
that's a shame. But there's
Wait a
bad
minute.
things.
Sorry. What? Are you all right after Kenny buried his head into your boobs on that video? Because I saw that and I was like, what the?
can't believe we mentioned that.
Sorry, yeah, we can cut it out if you want.
No. It's
right.
fine. Everybody's seen it. There's a gif. It's a gif now.
Oh, dear.
I don't know. I was so drunk. I just turned up.
Were you? Were you really?
Is it really?
It's hard to tell.
It's really bad. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, but the pop when Becky Lynch wins, everyone goes mental.
Apart from me. That's Charlotte.
Oh, yes.
Moving on. I'm still not over it. Birthdays. Excellent. So, February the 11th, happy 55th birthday to the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock.
Yeah, from one Ken to another.
From one kitten to another.
Similar men, really.
From one Kent to another.
Kenny.
Oh!
Oh, right. I thought you meant the next person. I was like, his
thought you were
name's
going
not
for some
Ken.
Like, that sounds like a Scottish nickname, doesn't it, for something?
Ken means no.
Well, no, we say Ken, like, all the time, like, you know, you can. Like,
Was it
that's
me?
more, like, you know.
Like, do you ken it,
Oh.
Roll?
Do you ken that?
Chicken.
No, do you ken? Moving on. Happy birthday, Ken Shamrock.
He's still wrestling, though, Big Ken.
Is he?
Ah, he had a wrestling match for... Forgotten the name, bastard.
Oh.
It was a barroom brawl sort of thing with
Ooh.
Filthy Tom Lawler, I do believe.
Ooh, like recently.
Ah, it was like 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Ken Shamrock.
Aye.
Never
Well, oh, he's
55.
going to wrestle PCO soon, isn't he?
Well, moving on February 11th, also, happy 47th birthday to Hernandez. I loved Hernandez. I did, with his big chain. Back in the
Yeah.
Impact days.
I'm more of a Homicide fan, first and foremost. But also, his finishing move's stupid. The border toss, when he just goes...
But,
Nearly broke Doug Williams' neck.
bless. Doug was made of stiffer stuff.
But no, Hernandez is good. If Sam
I
had been on this episode, he'd have told the story where he had a Wii next to Hernandez at WrestleMania. WrestleCon.
Actually?
Yeah.
Aye,
That's so weird. What a weird story. I love
big
it.
man.
Yeah, he was large.
Right, okay, we'll move on. Happy birthday, Hernandez.
Not like
I mean, I
that.
don't want to
Well,
know.
you'd have to
I
ask
don't
Sam.
wanna
Don't know what you were
I
hitting
don't
at there,
want to
Jen.
know. I do not want
Saying
to
he's
know.
a large man.
I'm blushing. Moving on, February the 12th, happy 59th birthday to the African Dream, Akeem.
One man gang. One man
gang.
gang.
Oh, no, I
One man
liked him
gang.
as the African Dream.
Oh, did you? Oh no.
Please.
No, like,
All this. I don't know what that is. But that's pretty much as good as he did it as well.
But it's funny because it's like a play off the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, again.
it's his birthday. Come on.
Yeah, one man
Be
gang's
nice.
good. You know.
We saw him at Old WrestleCon back 3 years ago.
He was a large man.
Was he there?
Oh, he was there.
Yeah.
Still looks sort of the same.
It was a depressing
I
time.
actually don't think I've seen what he would look like what he looks like.
Just picture him from the 80s, but like 30 years on.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how it works, I suppose. Anyway, happy birthday. February the 13th. Happy 48th birthday to Tommy Dreamer.
Saw him at WrestleMania 31
He was
as
there as
well.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the lads
He
who,
was, we
So, all the
he
lads.
stayed next door to us in our
Did
hotel thing, little village. What do you call them?
Villa.
Complex, yeah.
Yeah.
Bailey stayed there as well. Tommy Dreamer, though, he arrived in a little car with a blue shirt on. It was
Aw.
really hot and trousers, like suit trousers. I don't know how he was surviving.
Aw.
Wasn't Natalia about as well?
Natalia, yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Bailey. Saw Bailey having a beer on her own.
Look at that on her
Yeah,
own.
Oh,
Bailey-
it was so depressing.
No, I felt she was having.
No,
I
she's
felt-
probably having the
was
nicest
nah,
time.
she was knackered.
We went and asked her for pictures, and she was
Oh,
quiet.
this was like the Tuesday. I think it was the Tuesday
She'd done
after
Raw
WrestleMania.
and yeah, she'd done all of it. Yeah.
She was just sat there with like a Bud Light lime bottle
Oh.
on her own, pretty at the bar.
No, she was just having a quiet moment.
Yeah, I know,
you
but like you're
But it
making
was such
it
a
sound
sad
so...
sight, yeah.
I think she was fine.
It's like 24 hours before, or 48 hours before, she was tearing up at WrestleMania.
She won the championship.
Yeah, and then she's
probably
just there, like on
ready
her own.
Back to, oh, Bailey, that's okay. She deserved it. Anyway, happy birthday, Tommy Dreamer. Moving on. February the 14th, he would have been 48.
The bloody irony of that.
Born on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, the
world's
world's largest love machine.
There you go. Viscera would have been 48. Moving on to February the 15th. Happy 32nd
Yes.
birthday to Travis Banks.
Yes. Love Travis.
So die. He's a
Yeah.
great guy.
Not going to do it.
The accent.
Travis Binks.
Yeah, every single time.
Hey, stop it, you kids. That's it.
I was really Scottish there.
Stop. Oh yeah, I can't do New Zealand very well.
Was that a swear word?
Stop it, you kids. I said.
Oh, right.
Whoa.
What else then?
Definitely said kids. February the 15th. Happy 50th. Oh, birthday. Happy 50th birthday to Gangrel.
Yeah.
Still fanging and banging, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Loved Gangrel. Happy birthday. And then February the 17th, happy 35th birthday to Jimmy Jacobs.
Kind of similar to Gangrel in a little bit.
Really?
He's a bit of a horror sort of guy, isn't he?
Doesn't look in like Gangrel.
No, not physically.
All right,
just gimmicks.
Okay, okay.
I think he's an interesting character, Jimmy Jacobs.
Is he Impact now?
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Ring of Honor, I think.
Right.
Oh no, but he was on the All In Battle Royal. He might. No, I think he's Ring of Honor. No,
Honor.
he is Impact.
Is he?
I'm just thinking because he used to be a wrestler in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Impact. Yes. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, 35. And that concludes this Valentine's week of This Week in Wrestling. And I hope you got loads of cards and stuff.
Well, if they didn't now, they're going to just feel,
Oh, sorry. Oh, good point.
Don't worry,
Bye.
Jem will send you one. If you didn't get one, just let her know on social media,
I will.
and she will get back to you
I'll
in
tweet
due
you,
course.
I'll tweet you a gift. Happy week, everyone.
Happy week.
Bye.
So that has been This Week in Wrestling. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so here. If you like what we do here at Cultaholic, then please join our Patreon at patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and join us.